Ahoy, and welcome to Swashbucklers, Tales from the Pickle Barrel. We're starting off something new today, and I hope you're all really stoked about it. I know I certainly am. And we get to meet, as our first guest for Tales from the Pickle Barrel, Bill G. Rat. Bill, tell us a little bit about yourself and what it is that you need from our intrepid, if ill-advised pirates.
Well, they're similar to me back in the younger days. I was a bit of a swashbuckler myself back in the day before I settled down and opened up my tavern. But these days, I mostly just relax in the tavern, enjoy some nice company. I do enjoy a game or two of Yarm Balangra here and there. Funny story about that.
A game that's done you some favors recently, I understand.
Yes, indeed. Although, just because you win at a game and there's a contract made, that doesn't always mean the other parties will pull through on their side of the deal. And that's what I need the Swashbucklers' help with today.
To collect on a debt earned and owed from a game of cards.
Yes. Perfectly above the table. Nice,
Perfect.
fair agreements.
The oldest and finest tradition in piracy is cheating at cards and insisting that you've won some great booty. Well, if we're going to get that deed back for you, that sounds like a job for the Swashbucklers.
We'll sail for 10,000 miles. We'll sail for 10,000 more. We'll drink and we'll fight and we'll sail all night. We'll sail for 10,000 miles.
Yar, we're here.
Yarr!
Yeah.
Welcome
Yarr.
everyone once again to the Swashbucklers. I'm Ansel. I will be your fates tonight. And we have gathered around the table some of the most dastardly, weird denizens of the sea that you could ever ask to meet in a dark alley. And so we are, as a way of starting off today's session, we're going to be starting on the ship, on shipboard, and underway on our way to collect the lost deed that belongs to Bill Drat. So I would like to have our focus camera sort of zoom around the ship and catch each of our characters in media res, in the middle of doing whatever it is that they do normally. This little vignette should give us an opportunity to see what you look like and what your deal is. So let's just go around the horn, and we'll start with Swash.
When I'm not at the tiller now, Swash is the navigator of the Zul Hulud, our ship, which on its prow is mounted the head of an ancient beast, the skull of an ancient beast. In the skull's kind of cavity, when I'm not at the wheel, I'm there at the cavity looking out over the ocean, and I've got a little shrine to Umwanch, Lord of the Waves. And right now I'm staring, I like to use my eyes to focus at not only the horizon, but also the little shrine I have. And I use it a moment
Do you
to
have
center
like
myself.
one eye on the horizon and then the other eye at the shrine?
2 eyes on the horizon and 1 on the shrine.
Okay, so like this.
I'm wearing-
right?
I'm wearing my silky cloak that if I close it and zip it up, it turns me into a selkie. And of course, right at my feet, the good boy Seals lies.
Seals, the goodest boy on the seas.
Yes. Slurping on a bone of some, I don't know where he got it. I don't ask questions.
And can you establish for our audience what he looks like?
Seals? He's an eel hound. Or you mean me?
No, yeah, Seals. Yeah.
Oh, Seals. Seals and the eel hound. Four-legged. Imagine a barracuda with 4 legs and spine that goes all the way back and ends in a long tail.
got a long,
got
sort
a
of
big,
flappy tail.
It's
Yeah.
got a big, nasty tongue that flops out too.
And in your human form, Swash, what do you look like? We've got a sort of image of what you look like in your Selkie form.
Tall, a bit. I look like I could eat. I could stand being fed more. I don't eat all that much. But my skin has always has a sheen to it, because I'm covered in the ocean's love at all times. It's a long story. A long, sordid story with the ocean. But I got a little bit of a sheen. I got a long mustache. And if I ever remove my hat, you would see I have a crop of scraggly gray hair as well. Although I would like to say that it's gray only because of all the things I've seen, not because of any advanced age. I'm 21.
Just mileage, yeah. The toner's just running out. That's all.
Time when like a lot of time travel happened on your body.
Yeah. I had a brunette mustache at one point, but no. So I'm tall. I've got my fancy captain's coat on, and hat that I very rarely take off.
Very cool. All right. Now let's zoom the camera around through the ship. Between the back braces and under the decks, until we find wherever the creepy little weirdo that is Lada is hiding.
Hello. It's me, Vladislava. You will find Vladislava in her... some may call it a storage room. Vladislava will call it a lair. It is very good, very damp, very secretive, and there you will find her speaking to herself in a low voice as she is quick to throw dice around and sort of remember the sequence of numbers that will come of this throwing, if you will.
Okay. So she's casting bones in the hold.
She's gambling with somebody, certainly, but
yeah,
who's to say?
Tell us a little bit about what Vladislava looks like.
Vladislava is a slight woman, not unattractive, but she is mostly unnerving, delicate in her features, but you cannot help but notice the certainly striking black designs, markings on her hands and her throat. She has almost crystalline blue eyes. It is unremarkable. And pale skin, and is shrouded in both dark and bright colors at once.
She's fantastic. I love her already. All right, let's continue on around. We're going to skip over Bill, who's going to get his own little feature, and go straight to Eyes. Or I guess Bonnie. Let's go to Bonnie. Let's go to Bonnie. What's Bonnie up to as the camera finds you somewhere on the ship? Probably the gun deck.
Yes, exactly. She is polishing the cannons. They may be like cast iron black, but she's still like attempting to polish them.
Yeah.
It's more of a care thing. Bonnie is short and stout and has a cool hat and a mechanical leg, and that's pretty much what Bonnie's doing.
Yeah, all right. So Bonnie is short and stout, has a mechanical leg, and is polishing the cannons. And that's, I mean, there you go. I know it does. It does. She's
thinking about me, so
alone, or do you have some of the crew helping out with that?
Probably alone.
Yeah, that's a solitary action.
Yeah, I don't really trust them to do as good a job as I can. Also, I don't want to hear them complaining about, you can't shine cast iron. I'm like, you just aren't putting enough elbow grease in. Duh. So
watch me.
Yeah, they can do like rudimentary things such as making sure we have enough cannons and gunpowder and the stuff needed to make the cannons work, but I am confident that they've done their job correctly. And now I'm just doing preventative maintenance.
There you go. All right, fantastic. And now, Eyes, where do we find you on the ship?
Eyes will be tending to the plants that adorn our ship, if memory serves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Kinda
I
like
forgot we
a-
have tons of them.
Yeah, kind of like a hanging. What is it? The hanging gardens of some ancient civilization that I can't remember.
Babylon.
Was it Babylon? I couldn't remember. Sounds Babylonian. Tending
So
to
you've
the
got sort
plants.
of a garden going along the gunnels and hanging from the ratlins. This
Yes,
like
I believe it's a constant turf war between plants and cannons with Bonnie. Friendly, of course, but you know, yeah.
makes sense. All right, fantastic. And finally, Bill, what do you look like? And what are you up to when the camera first finds you?
Well, Bill, he's nice above deck. He's teaching the crew members his little card game. Of course, introducing a new rule every time it looks like he's about to lose. But eventually, he seems to stop doing that. He seems especially tall for a human, but most of the crew swears that he looks like a rat at times. And he's constantly fidgeting with his fingers and hunched over. He's wearing his usual tavern keep clothes, nice little leather doublet, and the blouse underneath.
Mhm.
His boots seem a little bit too large for him, but he doesn't seem to pay that much mind. And despite however long they've been at sea, he still seems to have that fresh smell of pressed mulberries. Nice little touch of fermentation in there.
All right, fantastic. And with that, our heroes are all found on the deck of the ship. Now, as we've established, Bill is looking for a deed that was won in a card game and not given over. Bill, you have led the crew all this way in search of the deed, which was taken by Locus, your enemy and a local landlord around the area of Hookjaw Bay. As we are approaching Locus's ship, what do you think is the thing that you're going to tell the crew that you didn't tell them before this exact moment?
Wait, hold on one moment. Can I use my move? Hold on one second. Where is the hell is it? I want to use my move to make a prediction.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, so I have my move augury. As we're nearing this, and I'm watching build.
Yeah, so we're seeing Locus's ship off in the distance, sort of just crested the horizon.
I'm gonna think I have a feeling the person that we're going to collect thought that they won this fair and square. So what my move lets me do is when we meet an important character for the first time, Bill, you may give the fates one prediction about their past secrets or goals. You will immediately tell me if this prediction is true or not. If it's true, I get one luck. If it's not, the fates will tell me why it isn't.
I think the best way to do this is to ensure that the rest of the crew doesn't know it. So I would like to remind everybody that this is a thing that you do not know.
Okay.
But Swash, you may have one luck.
Excellent. Go on. If it wasn't what I just said.
So you had something that you wanted to tell us? Because I can just go back to shining my cannons.
Oh, well, I didn't think it was pertinent information before, but you may want to watch the skies as we approach Locus's territory. He may...
Locus?
Well, that's what we call them, but he may or may not have close dealings with a sky battalion of fairies. They
Excuse
do.
me?
Yes, just some fairies. It's fine.
Do,
It's not pertinent information. We're just
do they
collecting.
die when they get hit with a cannonball?
Presumably, I mean,
I think we'll be okay.
I feel like most things die when they get hit by cannonballs.
I don't know, but I just don't want them to think that I'm a child and that they can steal me and take me back to the realm and feed me and get me fat on honey and milk and fairy ambrosia.
Doesn't
Not
that
that it's
sound like a
happened
great
before,
way to
but-
go?
That seems oddly specific for it to have never happened.
Wasn't that part of your play?
Yeah, it's a thing. There was a guy, and the fairies were like, "Oh, we're gonna see if we can make these people fall in love." And then there was the guy with the donkey head, and they stole children and got them fat on milk and honey and fairy ambrosia. That's exactly how it goes.
It's a well-known problem in fairy beladen communities. So as you're all having this conversation, there is a ship drawing closer to you from the horizon. This is a big, imposing ship. It's got like sails that are all the way one piece of fabric. It's got like all of the hull put together, which I think is a wonderful contrast to the ship that you're on right now, as the camera sort of like zooms in on this imposing, well put together ship off in the distance. It gives us a chance to sort of rotate that view and take a look at the Azul Halud itself, which is best described as a bit of a ramshackle. The Azul Halud is
Careful.
It's got a lot of spirit.
There
the
we
Azul
go.
Halud. It's got a lot of charm. If you were trying to
Character.
sell it as a realtor, you might describe it as a
Fixer-upper.
handyman's dream. Yeah, the Azul Halud is sort of the antithesis of this other ship in a number of ways, but it's got a lot of pluck, it's got a lot of spirit, and it's got the five of you. So as you are approaching, if there is anything that anyone would like to do prior to engaging in ship-to-ship combat, I mean, I'm assuming that's what you're going to do. Now is the time to do it.
We're just gonna.
I am-
Is that the plan? We're just gonna straight up attack them, and they might have flying fairies.
I mean, I'm just a passing deity. You guys do pick what you want to do, but I made an assumption there.
I think we should go back on what we do best, which is try and kill everything in sight.
Ask Bill a question. Bill, what is it exactly we're getting back from this person?
It's the deed to one of his lovely taverns. It may or may not be his primary tavern, but it's all about the hustle. We gotta expand, new horizons and all that. Yes.
What are you paying us again?
Well, how about this? I'll even give you.
Royalties?
Well, yes, royalties. Yes.
That's a
You can-
percentage of the business. Stocks
Yes.
and bonds. There we go.
Stonks?
It's an investment.
Are we getting stonks in here? We're getting paid in pirate stonks.
Pirate
Pirate
Tavern
stonks.
stonks. All
You're in a
right.
controlling
Well,
share.
it's gotta be
of,
worth. Are
of
we?
tavern.
What do you think, Bill? Is the best way? What's this person like? Are we just gonna have to take it by force, or is there any chance for parlaying? They have not. You won this fair and square, correct?
Well, of course I won this fair and square, but as far as Locus, he's a bit of a hefty fellow, quite large, probably twice as big as any of us here. But that's besides the point. And he may be a little thick-skinned, quite literally in this case. There's some shark skin, grows up to about his ears, I would say. Yeah.
Shark
Perfectly
skin.
fine.
Shark skin. So you don't think
Okay.
is there a chance for parlay, or are we gonna have to just take?
Well, considering the fact that I don't currently have the deed, I expect we may be met with some resistance, shall we say. Speaking of, do we have any bags of salt on board? I heard that that's a lovely fairy remedy. Just stuff that right in the cannons, fire it like a cannonball, and clear the skies.
I could look in my lair for some salt. I believe that there are several boxes and containers within my lair. But
Of
definitely
salt? Yeah, probably.
possibly, yes. I would, but Billikert, what if, hear me out, instead of fighting whatever you are describing is to be some horrible beast, what if we maybe, as Swash suggested, we parlay first? I would be happy to engage. This would be of no problem with me.
Oh, well,
Well,
thank
you guys can have
closet
fun with
woman.
that.
Yes,
Thank
I'm
you
quite.
for your-
I'm quite the conversationalist, so how do
I
you know?
see that.
If any of you came to my lair, then you would find this out.
Oh, of course, that could be a good plan A, but I think we should still have that ready in the back pocket for plan B, just in case, you know. It's good to have
Oh.
fallback plans.
A lot of
Yeah.
We're approaching a
I'm-
ship. right?
Is that the
I want to kind of like gauge the situation. Do I see fairies? That kind of thing. What do I think is going on?
So as you look out to the horizon, go ahead and roll 2d6, and let's add your. I believe this is going to be a
size up.
roll.
Yeah.
So let's add vinegar to that.
Oh, I almost had a 5 there. 7. I don't have any vinegar, so 7. I can hold.
Okay, so you got a total of 7 on that. From a 7 to 9, you're going to hold 1. So you can. You
Okay.
didn't do that, so you're good.
So while I'm in a situation, I could spend it to ask one of the questions.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
And there are 5 questions for you to choose from. Where is the true danger lurking? Where are the signs of hidden treasure? What strange secrets lie just beneath the surface? What here is useful to me or my crew? How can I safely blank? And as per usual on this show, we're also going to go with or some other 5th or 6th thing. Because, you know, we don't need to hold to that list necessarily.
Well, what
They're
I'm
more
looking-
guidelines.
I am looking for the true danger here. Assuredly. He keeps mentioning the fairies. I don't know if I see them, but what is the true danger that I can perceive as I stare at this ship we're approaching? Try to decide,
so
do
I'm
we
gonna
raise
give
our
you
flag or not?
Yeah, I'm going to give you 2 answers for that. The first true danger that you see is quite obvious and immediate as a cannon goes off and a cannonball flies through the air towards you.
They
which
just started
stands out.
attacking. We haven't even raised our
Oh yeah,
flag
they're not dealing with you.
pilot
Um,
time?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
So there's a cannonball flying at you. That's a pretty big giveaway. I think the other thing that you notice as you're looking out to the other ship, specifically with the awareness that there's some fairy magic going on, is that there is this sort of like haze of purple smoke that seems to be collected around the captain's cabin, or at least where you assume the captain's cabin to be based upon usual ship geography. So that sort of that rear castle on the back of the ship has this purple haze around it that definitely seems to suggest there's some fairy magic going on.
Bill, seems like you've got us into the fight right away. What were you saying about possibly dealing with the fairy?
Well, you know, a good old salt buckshot, just same way you do with an insect, just splat.
Oh, salt.
Oh, but
Lada, did you go ahead?
if any of the fairies do happen to land on the decks after we deal with them, maybe there'll be a little bonus in it for you if you collect them for me.
What are you doing with the fairies?
Well, all right, look, I'm an honest man. I'll tell you exactly. So, you know how some folk get into pickling barrels and whatnot?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, wine has a wonderful aroma if you pickle fairies in it.
That's
Gives
gross.
it an extra little kick.
So you're macerating the fairies.
Yeah. A second cannonball flies through the air since they
Raise
think
the
you haven't,
flaps. We're at war.
Raise the flaps.
Raise the flaps.
All right, so this takes us into our ship moves. I did promise the players at the beginning of this that we were going to try and use every single move on the sheet. Ship moves are in the rule book, so I will read them out for you as they're not on the standard sheet. Your options are to take it head on. Taking head on rolls plus steadfast, which is one of your ship's stats. Escape is an opportunity to escape the situation, rolling plus speed. You can outmaneuver, which is also a speed roll. You can surrender if you would like to, which is a fortune-based roll. Or you can navigate to attempt to get toward a difficult destination. You can use the navigate roll to do, some of the silly bullshit we've done previously. Tokyo drifting the ship or getting them caught on sandbars or, that sort of thing. So let us begin with initiative. For the sake of initiative, what I would like to do is popcorn rules. So I will let whoever wants to go first go first. When you are done, you're going to nominate the person to go after you. And whoever goes last in the round gets to go twice. And that does include the villains. Now, the villains will not roll dice. All of the damage you will take will be based upon your own rolls. But the villains do get an opportunity to maneuver. So who would like to go first?
I nominate Bonnie.
I'm interested in firing some cannons. I'm looking for... I don't know that that's...
So you could just take it head on?
Take it head on.
Yeah, and then
Take
you
it
can
head on?
spend
Oh,
your...
okay.
Okay, so the way
Yep.
tentacle twists work now is you can get an automatic 12, basically double sixes, on any move
Right.
you want to make right now.
Okay.
So you could take it head on and kick us off with a...
Yeah,
if you
let's do
wanted
that.
to. Yeah.
I would love to.
Absolutely. Okay, so that is a steadfast roll. Right now, the the Azul Halud is at a +1 steadfast. It's actually +2. We actually have an additional 2 on that, so you've got a 3 for steadfast.
Okay.
Which is
If
pretty
are
impressive.
you going to spend your
Yeah,
tentacle
I'm gonna
twist?
use my tentacle twist, so I get an automatic 12.
Oh, perfect. All right, so that is going to give us a perfect roll. I love that for you. Taking it head on with a 12, you get both close enough
Sweet.
to board, and you can fire a broadside with your ship's weapons on target. So the Azul Halud has cannons.
And are they full of salt? Is that part of the tentacle twist? Did we find salt, Lada? Did you give the salt? Give the salt to Bonnie. Pack the salt in the cannons.
Okay,
Fire
well,
upon the
that's
ferry,
salt.
the rear first.
Okay, I light up the
Raise
salt,
the
don't
flaps.
worry. It's okay.
That's a
All
lot
right,
of commands.
fantastic. So the Azul Halud is going to fire a broadside. Blam! Cannonballs fly across the empty space between the two of you. And these cannonballs hit their mark true. Bonnie shows her medal as a cannoneer. These cannonballs are going to do 3 points of damage to the enemy vessel, which is going to do significant damage. This ship
Yes.
cannot handle a second barrage like the one you just gave it.
Good.
Because you rolled a 12, you are also going to get the opportunity to board. So everyone on the vessel has the opportunity to board the enemy ship. And basically you're going to cross from one gunnel to the next, be on their ship, and you can fight them with your hands like normal. For the sake of the ship itself, your trusty pilot, Patches, will be on the tiller, so he'll take care of the ship. All you guys need to do is, all the cool piratey stuff that doesn't involve driving.
Okay. So if I want to board, I can just let Patches handle the cannons?
The rest of the crew will handle the cannons, but Patches will handle the... Yeah, the ship is taken care of, is the important part.
Cool. I am interested in boarding then, because I want to kill some people.
Fantastic. All right, so Bonnie, you can run over towards the gunnels and jump onto the other ship. And that'll take us to the end of your turn. Who is after you, Bonnie?
Let's go with Lada.
All right, Lotta, what would you like to do?
Can Lada also board the ship?
Yes, everyone on board can now make the trip.
Okay, Lada would like to do that, but as she's doing so, she is seemingly talking to herself, and she is trying to convey a message to something very important to her. She would like to maybe invoke some, or imbue herself, perhaps, with a little bit extra confidence, and speak to someone.
Yes, okay. Are you using a particular move for this, or do you just want to sort of...
She just wants to talk to him.
Okay. Okay. So, no one else can see this, but Vladislava sees it clear as day. It's a sort of tall, slender figure with like a bony carapace poking out of its shoulders and extra bones making up almost like a three-piece tailcoat suit just out of like white, bony calcium. Otherwise, this fellow is tall and thin and paler than Vladislava even, with a tiny little pencil mustache across his lip. He's got gray temples and the sort of the look of someone who has seen a great many things and probably not told you all of the stories yet. He leans into Vladislava's ear and he says, "What is it that you want?"
I was gonna say he sounds smoking hot until he talks.
I think we need to take our break to get over that voice right now.
Well, Vladislava is fine. Vladislava will look to him.
What did I spend the most time preparing today? Oh, that reveal right there.
Oh, Vladislava looks to him with enamorment and says, "My friend, I wish to know, would it be possible, perhaps, if I could just eviscerate and eat the flesh of all of my enemies?"
Of course, I would be disappointed if you did anything otherwise.
Okay, this is very good. I will bathe in their flesh, and she's going to take a running start and hop on over to the other ship and board.
Blessings of the abyss on you.
She's just shocked at how amazing that this creature may be. While I am boarding, am I allowed to do anything else?
Yes, you can do any of your moves that you would like to.
Well, really, we just
moving
just
around
talk about what
sort
you
of
want
a
to do.
free-
Talk about what you want to do,
Right,
and then we'll
right.
say, "Oh, that sounds like this move or that move."
Okay. Vladislava is going to try and catch one of these enemies for their attention, and she will remove part of the sort of muslin wrap that covers her and reveal a third eye. It is blinking. It is there. It is hidden.
Is it on your sternum? Is that where your third eye is?
It is on her sternum.
Fantastic.
Yes, of course. And I would like to do this in order to see what hidden magics might be around.
Ooh, fantastic. Are you going to use this as an extension of your dark powers?
This is one of her oddities
Yeah,
that she
the
maybe
infernal eye.
Oh,
Yes.
right, built into your infernal eye.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
Whenever she unveils the eye, she can choose one of the
Yes.
following truths.
Yes. I would like to find the hidden magic, and I would like to, just a reminder, I will have vivid hallucinations afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so, Lada,
Yes.
as you are striding confidently with the blessings of the demon upon you, you look out across the deck of the enemy vessel, and You can see that so many of these sailors are pawns, completely useless in your greater schemes. These are just people stuck in a situation by accident and poor decisions. But in the captain's cabin is someone who is dense with magic. Someone who has taken great pains to gain a great deal of magical potential. This is almost certainly the person Bill warned you about. And I think, Lada, as you are sort of taking in that moment and spotting the thing, you get this opportunity to sort of like flash your perception through the wood of the cabin and into the space beyond to see where this person is standing and what they are doing. If anything, Bill undersold just how big Locus is. Locus is like 3 people stuck together out of some sort of efficiency for clothing. He's just a huge unit. Think football player that wouldn't make the team because they don't make helmets big enough for him. That kind of guy. And his body has sort of taken on this like sleek line that definitely makes you think of a sea monster. And that effect is not altered by the fact that you can see shark skin comes up his neck and stops just shy of his earlobes. Chances are pretty good that shark skin continues underneath his clothes as well. Lada, you would know this sin mark, as this is a world where people are frequently marked by the things that they do in their lives. You would know this as something that is common amongst landlords. So chances are pretty good that Locus has spent a great deal of his life extracting wealth from other people's labor. This is not helped at all by the fact that you watch him pull a fairy out of a cage, set it on a table, smash it with his fist, and then snort the pixie dust off of it before he walks towards the door. So you know he's coming, and that is the result.
High on pixie
of your
dust.
roll.
Does he snort the pixie dust off the table or off of his knuckle?
Oh, off of his knuckles. That's way cooler. Yes.
Outstanding.
Thank you for asking. That was the correct question.
Wonderful. Lada is in love.
All right. Since that is an oddity and not a move, I will actually allow you to continue to do something with your turn. As you've looked out and seen this, what would you like to take action based upon the information you've gained?
So, my question to you then is, what I would like to do is force somebody in my sight, whose name I do know, to follow my next order. And I would like to do that to Locus.
I did say that you could see him, however, briefly. So I think that is within the terms of your ability. So yeah, let's do it.
Yes, what I would like to do is have him suddenly sort of lay down, face down, with his hands spread forward, and take a supine, I suppose, pose, and surrender.
Okay, so you want him to lie down on the deck and surrender.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's not his turn yet. But on his turn, he will have to do that, I guess.
Do you want me to roll for
It
this?
could be
I would
just her
imagine?
acting foolishly in response to her hallucinations.
Yes.
She will have to do that, yes.
Yes. And I do roll. Yes.
Yes, I do need a roll plus Spitfire to have this work.
Okay.
Nate just gave you a tentacle twist.
Oh, can I use the tentacle twist instead?
You sure can.
Okay, I will do that.
All right, so you get an automatic 12.
Outstanding.
Spend one. Okay. So you were supposed to spend 1 luck to activate that. I think because you got a 12, let's go ahead and let you keep that luck.
Okay.
Did
I win?
Yeah. So Locus, I think because it's resolving the action, I'm just going to go ahead and have that happen on your turn. Locust strides towards the door, and as your vision sort of like fades out and you're no longer able to see him, he kicks open the door. There's just this explosion of wood as his booted foot comes through the lumber, shredding it to pieces and flinging kindling all over the deck. Locust strides confidently out onto the deck, looks Lotta directly in the eye, and then kneels down on the deck and lays his forehead on the planks.
What did you just do to him?
I made the suggestion.
Oh, force someone in your sight who's naming. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a hell of a suggestion. I got my
Go ahead.
I got my pistols out and I'm ready to go, but all right.
Lotta, it is worth mentioning that he has also begun to sprout horns, but not out of his head, but his butt.
Well, okay.
Very curious.
No
about
one else
this.
can see that.
Oh.
As a player, out of curiosity, like the glutes or
Yeah, out of the glutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
As though his head was his butt. Yeah.
Okay.
I see. Okay.
And nobody else sees this? This is
No one else is seeing that. Yeah.
okay. Lotta is going to be very curious about this and staring firmly at his buttocks.
That makes sense. Lotta, who's going after you?
Swash.
Swash. Swash is going to confidently. This is how I board every ship. I just step like I'm walking down the street. I step up on the as the crew has put up the planks for me. Seals is going to come out ahead of me. I'm just going to walk across, pull out my crossbow, old trusted crossbow, and I'm going to shoot while one of these scallywags that's on the deck. I see that the Lotto or whatever his name is bowing down, but I'm assuming his crew are still fighting.
Yeah, they'd sure like to.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot one while Seals attacks it.
Oh, fantastic. All right, so these guys are mooks. So they are not going to be hard for you to kill at all. So if you would like to sort of get the most bang from your buck, if you want to have Seals attack one of them and you attack the other one, that would be equally as effective.
Well, I'm shooting one, and I only got a 4. And then Seals is attacking one and got a 6. So we both boof this.
Wow, okay. So as you are engaging them with your crossbow, you are going to boof it. And as a result, both of you are going to receive 1 harm as the mooks close in, sort of dodge your bolts and dodge Seals' teeth. One of them is going to get just a punch across your jaw, Swash. He's not even armed. That's how insulting this situation is. It's more the insult than the injury, really, that's doing you this harm. But yeah, so you're going to take 1 harm as you get a hook across the jaw. And Seals is going to be, I think, stabbed with like a long, thin stiletto from one of the lady pirates, who pulls it out of her bodice and then just jams it down into Seals' head. So Seals is also going to take 1 harm. Yeah. So that is the harm that you're going to receive as a result of your failure. You also, let's see. You rolled get into a scrap, and so they're also going to reveal a complication. I think at this point the sailors that are not that didn't just stab you kick a lever on one side of the ship, and a big boarding plank with hooks on the side comes down from the captain's cabin and hooks onto the deck of the Azul Halud, digging into the planking. So now it is going to be harder for you to leave unless they are willing for you to do so.
Oh.
Who gets to go after you, Swash?
I'm going to say Bill. And Bill, you have a tentacle twist, courtesy of Only Flaps.
Thank you. Now, so Bill is of course going to board with everybody else. He sees a chance to make himself look pretty good, so he's gonna go over to help out Swash a little bit. And as he's walking over, he's going to slowly be taking a swig from a wineskin flask, and he'll just casually mention to Swash, "Of course I can breathe fire, can't you?" And he's gonna spray the wine out of his mouth towards the mooks, and he's going to click his teeth down where he has a hidden like flint and tinder and light it on fire.
Ooh.
That's so cool.
Secret little guy.
All right. I love everything about that. Let's call that using a dirty trick.
Yeah.
Unless you want to
Totally.
call that unleashing a mysterious power.
Oh, so I have this playbook move here. I was wondering if I could do it as
Oh,
that.
you want to use one of your playbook moves? Absolutely.
It's of course I can blink, can't you? So.
Oh, yes. Oh, you even called it out. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and roll that then.
And I have since the tentacle twist only lasts like 5 minutes, right? So I figure I might as well just use that now.
Yep.
Yeah, smoke them if you got them.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be a 12, which is an automatic success. Why can't I find the place where I put that? Okay, here we go. All right, so your choice, Bill, is which of the crew members are you building a bond with? I'm assuming it's Swash.
It's gonna be Swash. I'm helping Swash out.
Yeah. All right. So so you are going to forge a bond with Swash. That bond can be used later on to modify roles that deal with your relationship to one another and things that you're doing at the same time. So Bill, you are going to blow fire onto this mook, and yeah. So
The one that punched me, right? The one that punched me, get him.
Would you rather that one or the one that stabbed
Oh,
Seals?
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's just the stabbing
Get her!
Seals, yeah.
fantastic. All right, so you blow fire onto the woman who stabbed Seals. Go ahead and tell us what it looks like as she is taken out of this fight.
So, the fire burns a little bit like strangely. Like you'd expect like a little bit of like a blue from like the chemicals and like the wine, but it almost seems to sparkle like a magenta, and there's like a little bit of like a shimmer in there. Might have something to do with the fermented pixies as the flames are engulfing them.
Yeah, that's a fair bet that's got something to do with it. All right, Bill, fantastic round. Love the flamethrower idea. Do you want to do anything else before you hand this off to the next player? And who will that player be?
Yeah, I think it's just ice left.
Or
you
the
could
enemy.
hand it off to the NPCs if you wanted.
And whoever goes last gets to go twice.
Yes.
So I think I will hand it over to the
Yeah,
NPCs.
yeah.
All right, fantastic. So the NPCs get to go. They are, as mentioned, they are going to get to use this opportunity to maneuver, since they can't actually take any actions. That all happens as a result of your stuff. And I think they make it pretty clear that the crew is at least accepting that the captain has surrendered. So most of the crew is attempting to stop the various machines of war that are all over this very impressive ship. So there's like a cannon that someone is trying to like unload just to like, no, we're not, nothing to see here. They are desperately trying to look less threatening than they were a minute ago. So Eyes, what would you like to do?
So I'd like to take this moment to have your definition of what an obstacle is.
what an optical is.
Obstacle.
Oh, an obstacle. Oh,
Yeah. Can you
just
define
about
that for
everything
me?
that's currently in play counts as an obstacle.
Fantastic. I love that. I love that so much. So I'm going to use a playbook move called Fisticuffs. 2 harm close when you bust through an obstacle. That obstacle is the captain. I'm going to bust through the captain. The surrendering captain.
Yeah, there's no reason not to allow that to happen right now. So,
Extreme
go ahead
violence.
and roll it. Or do you have a tentacle twist that you want to blow on that?
I don't believe I do.
All right, then let's roll it.
And that is a 6 plus blood, which my blood is a +1, so 7 total.
7 is a hit, just barely. So, okay. Oh gosh, golly. Let's see. Look at your
So
phrasing on this.
yes. On a hit, you destroy the obstacle.
Uh-huh.
On a 7 to 9 both occur, you attract unwanted attention, take 1 harm in the process. I am okay with this trade.
What is this one called?
Fisticuffs?
It's on the mate lot. It's at the mate lot.
Yeah. Mate lot. It is the second playbook move.
Oh, there it is. Yep, I was totally missing it because I was looking at the ones you highlighted.
Yes, yeah.
Fantastic.
I figured that one was a given one, correct?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
You're correct. Okay, so you're going to take 1 harm in the process. So
Yes.
I will tell you, Eyes, that as you are barreling through the body of Locus, the high concentration of fairy dust that he has snorted over the years is going to explode in your face and cause you a little bit of damage.
I am okay.
Everything else, though, is up to you. So, Eyes, as we are coming up on the close of this combat, tell us what it looks like as you Kool-Aid man your way through this bad guy.
Well, I would like to give a little bit of justification as well. Is that his name is Locus, and Locus fucks with plants. So, yeah. He no longer needs to breathe. As I will just pick him up by the shoulders and rip him in twain.
Oh, you're just going to group this?
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
He's my role model.
Phenomenal. As you do this, as you're tearing him in apart, the raw pixie dust in his body explodes into this purple cloud, enveloping you in energy and damaging you, sort of probably getting into the workings of what makes you function as a being, just sort of hurting your synapses and senses a little bit. It is at this point that I think everyone gets an opportunity to look at Eyes and just, there's a slow clap that goes around. Even the enemy pirates are really impressed by everything that just happened.
Lay down your arms.
Yeah.
And the rest of you will live except for you. Did the one who stabbed Seals, is he still alive? Because if they're gonna die.
No, she was taken out.
Oh, all right, she's done. All right. So, all right.
Lambe.
Throw down your weapons and you will live.
There is a clatter of weapons. And as the camera sort of swings around and sees you all in your heroic piratey poses, except for maybe Vladislava, who's probably got a real weird look on her face, it is as we finally settle on Bill G. Rat. This final pose. Bill, what do you look like as you look down on the torn apart corpse of the foe that you brought these sailors to fight?
I think at this point, Bill just fully hunched over, kind of rifling through his pockets looking for the deed. And at this point, he looks very rodent, like 100% rat, and he's just rifling through.
The glamour is failing at this point.
He's rooting it around.
Oh,
And as we see this happening, the camera sort of like focuses out, and we lose the close focus on Bill as he's rooting around in the pockets of this torn apart man. And off to the distance, where just in telescope range, a very specific range, you can see what looks like the ships of the local navy.
No crime was committed here.
And with
Lower
that,
the flaps!
Jeez, it's the cops.
Lower the flaps!
With that, we will fade to black and take our 10-minute break. We'll come back in about 5 minutes after the hour and continue with the adventure of the Swashbucklers.
I was a sailor boy, and a tale to you I'll tell. It's all about the things I saw down in the diving bell. Down in the diving bell at the bottom of the sea, there lives a pretty mermaid the fishermen like to see. I saw when I was halfway down the thing that made me laugh. They'd made a clothesline out of the Atlantic Telegraph.
Listen, man, I'd usually move into that room, but there's all this talk about touching tips.
You come on in, man. It's a fuck nest. We made a little fuck nest in here.
Come on in room 12.
It's all because of the sticky glue.
You're not gonna say no to a fuck nest, are you?
Touching tips and dropping sticky glue in here.
That boy started early.
You never know. One of us might have Bill in there. You know, Bill somewhere hidden in the dungeon pocket.
Fox ain't here.
Only to break.
No one would guess this is where the treasure is buried.
Pookie's mom was the treasure all along.
Goddamn right. The place marked with an X on the map. Goddamn right.
I'm just, yeah, exactly,
someone
Jelly.
clip
It do be like that.
Aw.
It do be like that.
The fantasy is high, but the prices are whoa, request more. Goblets to detect poison, 4-pack, $25.99. Lower. All right, $15.99. Yes. Cloaks of invisibility, disappearing off the shelves at $69.99. Lower. We can't go any lower. Lower. Fine, 2-pack, $59.99. Oh yeah. Magic tackle weapons, low as $199.99. Lower. Fine, $149.99. Lower. All right, $129 and I'll throw in a spare. Fuck yeah. You roll high while we roll low, and quest more.
Come on. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be so much fun. I love. Okay,
fine.
Okay, we're gonna play Banana for Scale. Yay! Hi, welcome to Banana for Scale. We found that a normal, average, non-speaking, non-sentient banana is about 2 bananas long.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Yeah.
yeah, of course it is.
And the Eiffel Tower is 1, 2, 3 bananas tall.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Science is amazing.
I know.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Okay, there's more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet you didn't know that a normal, average, non-sentient horse is 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 3/4 bananas tall. But also about 6 bananas long.
Oh my gosh.
That's not measuring the tail, which is at least another 4 bananas.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually really fun,
This is good. We should distribute this to schools, I think. I think they would really appreciate this.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
But but we're not done yet. We got one more. Yeah, we got one more. And the Hobo King himself comes in at a record 5 bananas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, when you do the math, he's bigger than the Eiffel Tower and a regular, normal, non-sentient horse.
It's true.
Yeah.
True.
This is really fun. This is
I'm excited.
It's super educational. I was kind of thinking that maybe we should contact elementary schools around here and let them know that we have something really neat for the kids to teach them scaling stuff. What do you think?
You've done this. I see why you've done this, and I don't
What?
like it. This is
What
awesome,
kind of
Pineapple.
what kind of
Why would you do
what kind of seahorse shit is this? What are you doing?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't like
Lower the flaps.
All right, so following the destruction, dismemberment, and death of the villain Locus aboard his very own ship in front of his crew and in front of some of the eyes of the law, our swashbucklers find themselves in the place that pirates are frequently most at home, a jail cell in a seaside town. So we will zoom in on the 5 of you in a oldie-timey jail cell. There are iron bars and a bench and a window that looks out on the street. You know, all the trappings of a seaside jail cell. And I will just let you take it from there.
We're gonna do a round of explaining what we did wrong to get us here.
Yeah, you go for it. You don't. I don't gotta tell you to do that. You got it.
Yeah. All right, I'll go first.
So,
what? Go ahead.
I was gonna say. So I saw more ships, and I immediately trained every cannon on my ship and this other ship that we took, Locust ship, and just sort of swung us around and started firing.
So yeah, you know what? I ordered you to go ahead and attack the Navy. That was probably a bad idea. There's way too many of them.
Yeah, I just got excited.
Lower the flaps and shoot and run. Well, actually, we were shooting. The idea was to shoot a bunch of cannonballs and then flee. That was what I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, like pocket sand, but with cannonballs.
But it didn't quite work out that way, did it, Eyes?
What?
Us trying to escape didn't quite work, did it?
Oh, yeah. Well, probably ripping their captain in half. While the applause was appreciated, it probably wasn't the best morale boost for a lot of people to help us use the ships to their full potential. You know.
So it kind of worked against us. The other crew.
Probably. I mean, maybe even our crew. You don't see a man getting that big getting ripped in half very often, but he wanted to fuck with my plants because his name was Locust. Should have known that from childbirth. Don't be named Locust.
Somebody ought to tell him.
Mm-hmm.
All that being equal, Bill, what do you think was the thing that really put the nail in the coffin?
Well, it was probably had to do with the fact that the captain wasn't actually carrying the deed on him. He had this little key, so I had to scurry into the captain's quarters. I had to unlock the safe behind the painting, which gave me a bigger key that was shaped like an eagle for some reason. I had to go to the clock in his room and I put that in, and then I finally got the deed. That probably cut quite a bit of time from us.
Yeah, so I thought if we fired the cannons from this ship at them and then other ship fled, the Navy would take their ship and Locust's ship into custody and we could get out. But waiting so long for Bill and Bonnie, I think, got a little overzealous with the cannons. It took a little too long.
It would have been pointless if we didn't have what we came for, though.
And then the crew took that opportunity to kind of start fighting back. Thanks to like the horror show that Eyes did.
So Patches, who's been sitting quietly in the corner whittling at something, looks up at you all and goes, "So what have we learned?"
Lada.
Don't fire ship cannons with the Navy.
I'm glad we've all established one learning point from this mission. As long as we're learning, we're getting better. Lada, you look as though you're holding back quite a lot of trauma at the moment.
Hey, you okay?
Well, I just part of me is a little bit confused as to how we got here. One moment, there was the moose man coming out of the butt of the shark man, and I was trying to put it together after eyes ripped it apart, and I was quite concerned about the little moose man. He was very cute, and then everything was very wet and red and squishy with the moose man.
Wait,
But
I killed 2 people.
well, you ripped the big man apart. It was very strange and sinewy, but regardless, I was trying to put the moose man back together, and it sounded a lot like Viscera, but it was a moose man. He was there, I promise. Anyway, and then one moment I'm putting the moose man together, and then the next moment I see giant cow people coming, and they're large and very upset with all of us, and they're shouting things, but I did not quite hear what they were saying, and it was very loud and very upsetting to me. And so I tried to talk to them, but all of my words, there were worms coming out of my mouth. Do you remember the worms that were all coming out of my mouth? It was very hard to talk. And so I wasn't really able to. And then I thought to myself, maybe I should write to my mother. But then my fingers started feeling like worms. And that was horrible. And then all of a sudden, I'm here.
Oh.
As you finish your story, Lada, over your shoulder, a head sort of peeks into your peripheral vision. And it is this beautiful face with the thin mustache and the gray temples and the armor of bone that protrudes from his shoulders. As he sort of leans into your eye line, he goes, The jailer's coming!
Oh, no, the jailer, he's coming for us now, right now. She's looking to the,
Wait,
to
how
him.
do you know the jailer's coming?
He's coming now, you say.
I think you can trick
Press
him,
my
Master.
face further in between the bars.
I probably don't call you Master. I think
No.
you can take him.
Yeah, I think that I think in
Yeah,
this
I'm the master,
situation-
yeah, in this
yeah,
relationship,
I'm the one bedeviled. Yes. And anyway, but wait a second. He's coming. I can track him. I'm not sure if I can do that. What if the worms come back?
We need a jail cell.
The worms
Seems like
are
they'll
gonna
be
be
there
fine.
often.
Bill, where are we being kept right now? Bill, do you know anybody in this town?
That's a good question. Bill, do you know anyone in Hookjaw Bay?
Bill probably has a few acquaintances in Hookjaw Bay. It's probably not so much a friendship, but not quite antagonistic. We've got Reginaldo. He frequents the open markets. Bit of a character, that Reginaldo.
Yeah, but do you know anybody in the police, in the Navy here, like?
Oh, in here with the Navy. Oh heavens no!
Who do we need to bribe?
I couldn't be caught with. I wouldn't be caught with these fools.
This is a very good point for Bill. Bill, I think you know for a fact that Hookjaw Bay does not truck with the Navy. So the fact that the Navy put you into a cell here tells you that you were sold to the local authorities of Hookjaw Bay for a profit by probably an unscrupulous Navy captain.
Okay. Yeah, now wait. Now that we mention it, I was distracted by the whole worms thing. That was yes.
Yeah, we all were. Trust me.
Oh, not the worms.
If we are still in Hookjaw Bay, that's very odd that the Navy brought us here.
Why is that?
Seems, well, much like I don't deal with the Navy, the Navy doesn't really deal with Hookjaw Bay. So,
well, what it tells me is that they were paid. The Navy
smells
got
like a
paid
setup
for it. And well, that's good. That's good. That means these people could be paid as well.
Or killed.
Well, we're gonna try paying and talking, parlaying first, Bonnie, if you don't mind.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Did
I'll
they
tell you
take
when
my
to kill.
leg? Do I still have my leg?
Oh, you still have your leg. They're not going to take your
Great.
leg away from you.
That'd be quite rude.
It would be.
Rude.
With that, a sort of like stout, stocky, brown-dressed guard sort of shuffles into the room. This doesn't look like a very motivated person, but you know, they're there. They have keys. They have a truncheon, and they've got sort of a foul stink to them. This is the jailer. You've met him previously when he came by to leave bowls of questionable porridge on the floor for you. Didn't have to leave them on the floor, but that's apparently where he thinks they go. So this is Simon, the jailer, who you've met previously.
And I know his name?
You do. You know his name. He made the mistake of telling you his name.
Oh.
Hi, Simon.
Simon, how much
Hello.
Simon, how much do you make here? By stout lad like yourself should make pretty good money here.
I don't make money. I mostly make little Fabergé egg sort of things out of dung.
Are you paid money for working here?
Oh, they do pay me in money here. Yes,
Is it?
It's made somewhere else though.
How much a week?
Gosh, just probably 6 copper pieces in a week.
I'll pay you that today.
Today? What have I got to do for it? I don't do any butt stuff.
Damn it.
Not anymore anyway.
Damn it.
That's
Damn
fair.
it.
Colon health is important.
Well, I tried everything I could, everybody.
I know.
You cut
me off and butt stuff.
Swash, I would like to maybe we don't need to spend any money. Simon.
Oh. Mm.
Simon, darling. Would you just give me a moment? And she's going to reveal the eye. And what everybody else sees is this unblinking but certainly moving red eye that sort of has like a slit in it. And it is
like a goat style?
Yes, exactly like a goat. Yes. And she's going to look at Simon and say, Simon, I know that you have horrible secrets. Isn't that true? What have
my
you
god.
done
Okay, so you're asking for a secret.
that they hide?
Simon's awful secret. I think you hear it in his voice as
he
it
really
like
likes butt stuff.
Comes across. Yeah, his horrible secret is he doesn't. I don't do butt stuff for payment. I just enjoys it too much. It feels weird to get paid.
In Lada's typical voice, she's going to repeat that back to him. Is that so?
I wouldn't tell nobody that. No, it's purely because I'm a respectable member of the watch, and what I do in my time away is my own business.
It would be horrible for everybody to know the secret, wouldn't it?
I mean, it'd be inappropriate. I don't know how horrible it'd be.
You might get called into HR, man.
Only because of that one time I did get paid for it.
Now, Simon, now that I know that secret, and another on top of that, Simon, wouldn't it be horrible if we were to find out exactly who death is clutching at this moment? Would you like to know your fate? Would you like to know exactly how much time you have left on this earth?
I can't decide if that would be very useful or very worrisome.
It might be a little bit worrisome, wouldn't it?
It does seem as though it would be quite worrisome.
You see what I am. You see what I have done. It is visible for all to tell and discern on their own.
The goat eye on your chest is a big giveaway eye.
Uh-huh. Now, Simon, why don't you let us out? And I will keep this fact to myself.
Oh, I could never do that. But tell you what, I would love for you to roll to either hoodwink or parlay. So these are both going to be polish.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll plus polish, and
Okay.
which one you do doesn't really make a difference. Yeah.
I don't
so-
have a. Yeah, I think they're just both +0 for Vladislava.
Yep.
It's a nat 6.
6. All right. So 1 shy of success. Go ahead and mark a potential. Yay! Failing forward.
Love it.
Mark a what?
Potential. An XP.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Does that go in the
Uh,
what's the base cost thing? And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. I guess it goes in the 1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think they've completely figured that whole part out yet. But yeah, go ahead and mark a 1. Yeah.
Okay.
That is what I did.
So having rolled a 1 on that, I'm going to go ahead and have him want you to do something for him first. He says, well, I could let you out, but given as I am just a lowly member of the watch, there's some things around town that I can't do for myself that'd be very useful if I had some erstwhile pirates about, and landlords, if I understand the change of fortunes of one of you at the very least. If you're
prefer
willing
to
to
call it a
scratch my back,
entrepreneur.
I could scratch yours.
Okay, what is it that you wish to have done, Simon?
Well, there's this
Does it
this
involve
statue
fun
in the
stuff?
middle of town, and it's she's real naked, and I'd love it if she were inside the jail instead of out there in the square.
You want us to move an entire statue into a jail?
Yes, I want you to steal the statue and put it in the jail. Yes.
Do you know that is a little bit of a ridiculous request, Simon?
Well, you are ridiculous people, and so am I.
What if the statue isn't in the jail cell, though? What if it's just taken away?
Well, then I wouldn't be able to see it at all, and I want to see it quite up close.
You know what?
This is your
Yeah, Simon wants to see the naked lady, which is fine. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, the feminine form is quite something to behold. As you
It's
know.
true. It's a very accurate.
Simon, we're gonna have to be
study of the
outside to
human
do
form.
this.
Yeah. What?
Yes.
We're gonna have to be free to do this.
Oh, oi. I'll let you out, but
Right.
you have to bring me the statue by the end of the day.
We
Otherwise, I'll put you back in the prison cell.
we certainly promise, Simon.
And don't you think I can?
Okay.
Okay, Simon, I believe this.
I've seen this statue, Simon. It's pretty large, so we're gonna need
It's
all
very
of
big.
us in order to carry it back into the jail.
Oh, you're right. I'll tell you what. I will take that deed, what I know you got off of that dead fella, as your collateral that you'll go come back.
I think that's fair.
Well, I suppose. I mean, it'd be awful of me to go back on a deal after all. I'm a perfectly honest and trustworthy fellow.
I've met you.
Bill's gonna just slowly hand over the deed.
Thank you. And he like opens it up as though he can read it. This all checks out.
Did
Tucks
his
it
eyes
into his
even move?
waistcoat. He unlocks the door, throws it open, and stands on the opposite side of the bars so that you can't like punch at him through the bars.
Oh.
I wanted to reach through the bars and pat his little head.
You totally can do that.
Yes. Very good, Simon. You're a good boy.
So, did Simon take the deed as collateral?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to figure out how we get the statue.
All right. So it is the broad middle of the goddamn day.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Is Simon the only one in the jail?
He's the only one who was in this part of the jail. I think you know that there are probably other guards like around, but you do have a clear shot towards the door that'll take you out to the street.
Well, okay. So I have a tentacle twist that's withering on the vine.
Ooh, what do you want to do with it?
Well, what I want to do is knock his ass out.
Oh yeah, you can totally do that.
Yep. While he's letting us all out, I'm just gonna lean over and grab something large and heavy. Anybody got anything? Anybody nearby? Anything I can
Bonnie's
find?
leg.
I have a leg.
They
There's
did
a
give
leg.
you a bucket you were supposed to pee in.
Bonnie, leg.
I hold my leg up.
Slip him your leg.
I just go, and I'm just gonna. The moment his head's turned away from me, bam.
Despite all of his attempts to the contrary, you are able to just knock him the hell out with Bonnie's leg.
And then, of course, I give it right back.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much,
Apparently it's
Lana.
removable now.
Thank you, Lana.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Bonnie. Go ahead, Bill. Grab your deed and let's skedaddle. Is there a way out that's like backdoor out?
Well, there's a door right there.
Back door?
Is
Lada's going for the door.
Are we gonna have to? What I'm asking is, do we have to go back through the jail?
Yeah, there's a door that leads from where the cell is straight out onto the street.
Good day.
Small.
This is one of those little towns where it's just like a couple cells around a main room.
All right, which way is our ship?
Were there a lot of people in town as we were coming in?
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty decent sized port town.
Okay.
This would be the sort of place where you could carouse, have some downtime activities.
Lada would like a drink.
You are free
Yeah.
people in a pirate port. One of you owns a bar somewhere around here.
I still kind of want to steal the statue.
I at least
I know
want
we
to
don't
see it.
have to, but I kind of just want to see if we can make it happen.
I feel like it would also be easier having. If I'm gonna have a entrepreneurship over here, probably best to follow through on my side of the deal anyway. So
Do you
I'm all
think if you
for
all
it.
really want to stick around, the moment our friend here wakes up, I'm sure he's gonna come looking for us.
Not if there's a statue in the cell. He's gonna be preoccupied with.
Oh, we're not moving
things.
that statue. What?
For at least 30 seconds.
We're moving. The
Okay, that's
statue.
fair. That's fair. I see your point. What if we take the statue?
I think that we should take the statue for the ship. I'm just saying.
And we put it in our friend's bar.
This is also very good.
then Simon would have to come to the bar to look at it.
Paying customer.
Yes, and no loitering, correct?
Well,
You have to buy
to
a
use
drink.
the
I was gonna say how
use the
how do I do this without having you have wasted your tentacle twist? Is how I'm trying to figure this out.
What do you mean? Who's wasted their turn? What do you got? Wait, what are you guys talking about?
You're free and clear. What you do from here is up to you guys.
Oh,
he
I
got
see.
you out with the tentacle twist.
He did. Okay, yeah, and I feel like stealing the statue is something that Bonnie wants to do, but Jelly is like, okay, we steal this. We still do the same thing, even though we're free to do that. I feel like it might feel like kind of a waste. Anyway, maybe I'm I am absolutely overthinking it. Let's get a drink at the Pickle Bar.
At the Ardarm? Yeah.
Yeah.
I really think it's a good idea for us to leave, but sure, I'm parched as well.
It's okay. We've got
Are you a pirate or are you a sailor? One drinks beer at any given point and the other doesn't.
Yeah, and if it's the bar that Bill owns, then in theory we should be fine. It was a misunderstanding, we can say.
There you go.
Bonnie has a tentacle twist.
Oh.
All right. Well, with that, then let's transition as the group of you stride your way through the streets like you own it, as pirates are wont to do. You find yourselves at the Yardarm, a seaside bar, seedy as any you've come to know and love. It is well known for being the one bar that has the spar that comes out the front where you would normally hang a sign. They hung another nearly identical chunk of wood from that signpost, which is, of course, a yardarm off of someone's ship. This yardarm is pretty unremarkable, other than the fact that it is completely redundant on the front of this tavern. The inside of the tavern shows an equal amount of care for interior design, how things ought to be attached to other things, and good sense for what pirates would think is cool. It was sort of decorated by a person with a magpie's sensibilities, so you guys are going to fit right in.
So it's a TGI Fridays.
It's a TGI Fridays. Yeah, that's absolutely what it is. Picking up what I'm putting down. Yeah, there's just every damn thing. It's like a TGI Fridays and a Long John Silver's had a baby.
Amazing.
Lada is most pleased.
I think there's probably lots of small rooms around the yardarm. So there's like the one main area where the bar is, and then lots of small crammed rooms that are full of like knickknacks and bullshit. Friends, as you enter the yardarm, what do you want to do? What are you looking for? I will throw your attention to the downtime moves, which include get the scoop, carouse, gamble, tinker, make dubious friends, and perform a ritual.
Well, Bill has the deed, which is what he paid us for. So are you going to pay us now? You gonna hold up your end of the bargain?
Yes. I will give you a percentage of the earnings right now. And every time you stop by, there'll be a little bit heavier pockets for you.
Is this where your tavern is? Or no?
Well, this is my tavern now, but I don't see there's a reason for you to visit my other tavern.
Why not?
I'll go
I want to go to the flagship tavern.
Where's that at?
Well, there's some complications with that. We can discuss that another time. And Bill's just gonna deflect. He's gonna go up to the bar and he's gonna hold the deed out. New management.
Okay. What am I supposed to do with that?
Well, I own the place now, so I'm gonna have a look around.
That piece of paper says you own the place.
Yes.
Where did you get that piece of paper?
From Locust himself.
Locust, the giant guy with the shark skin? That guy? That Locust?
Yes, that Locust.
He just gave it to you.
Well, I won it fairly, and then we collected it.
I find that very hard to believe.
Well, you could ask him yourself when he comes back, but you might be waiting.
Is this guy asking too many questions? Does he need to be
exploded?
removed?
Calm down.
No,
Calm down.
Hey, I work here.
As long as I say you do.
Calm down now. Calm down.
No, Bill's just gonna.
Why are you
go
having that
around
guy
the
calm
back.
down? Is he a loose cannon or something? Do I need to be worried?
You
Well,
just
he-
get him
he
a drink,
did.
and you'll be fine.
That is
He
my
helped with the
single
collection.
job.
That'll take four drinks, please. 4 ales.
Which of you isn't drinking?
5 ales.
So what?
I don't require
Bill's
it.
already in back.
Bill's just gonna like
That
scurry
makes-
on behind him.
Yeah, right.
Wait, where did that? Screw it.
This guy seems like a problem.
He pulls 4 pints of beer, passes out the mugs. So, what brings you guys to town?
Worms.
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 Yes.
Worms.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna pretend that makes sense.
That's a good idea.
I'm gonna do some gambling. You
Ooh,
got any
do some
gambling I can
gambling?
do?
Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was the name of that game that Bill G. Rat gave us?
Are they playing any of that?
Yarn Belangra.
Yarn Belangra, yeah.
A
There is a
game like
table
that's
playing Yarn
gotta
Belangra.
be in his own bar.
So what did we get
Probably.
from Bill for payment?
He's gonna pay us next time.
Shares, yeah.
Oh.
Shares in his future profit.
Yeah, he could.
Stonks.
No, we need.
Stonks.
Yeah, Stonks is nice, but
Yeah.
we need some money now. What you got there?
Yeah.
Future,
What you got,
invest
Bill?
in
Where'd
your
Bill go?
Future, Swash.
You shush, guys. We need money now. I need money to gamble with. You need money to drink with.
I don't.
Where's
think
Bill again?
so.
He went around back, I think.
He owns the place now, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's money in the
According to
till.
the deed.
Are we robbing this place now?
Yes.
Apparently.
Well,
No, we're not
while you
robbing.
guys are-
We're not robbing. We are getting paid. Y'all know
We're
that's what we
robbing.
do this for, right? We pirate for monies to keep pirating. Stonks are fine,
Wait.
but stonks.
Are you saying you guys are pirates?
Hey, no, listen. It's just hey, can I
Who
get
is this
scoop?
person again? the
Bartender.
previous owner? Oh, the bartender. Okay.
Vladislava starts screaming at the top of her lungs and looking at Bonnie.
I am curious
You
to
do
know
that a lot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
If the bartender knows anything about Bill's other bar.
This guy
Bill's
doesn't
other
even know
do you
who
know the
Bill
name of the
is.
other bar? What?
I'm
Do you
going
know the
back.
name of the other bar? There's lots of bars.
No, I don't. That's a good point. I thought Bill was from here. And so
Oh, the guy who was here just a second ago?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean I've seen him around.
Does he have another establishment? Do you know what else he does?
Probably.
Anyway, I'm gonna go back and find Bill. Where's
Yeah.
Bill?
All right, so if you want to go find Bill, let's go ahead and have you roll.
I gotta roll to find him. He disappeared that quick.
Yeah, he's. I mean, Bill, what would you say you have done?
Bill probably went like
hidden,
straight for the
yes?
office, and then he's probably rooting around in the office right now, or like
Okay,
whatever the
actually,
closest they have to the
let's-
office.
Let's go ahead and make that a test then. So you'll be able to find him, Swash. Bill, I want you to roll to break in.
Okay.
So roll plus blood.
Blood.
Gotta have some blood.
So
I've been very bad about keeping track of chat. How's everybody doing out there? Yeah, go and have a good time.
8,
We're being
10.
told to wake up because we need tentacle twist by Killer Cutie.
And no bonus split, so just an 8.
Okay, 8 is still a success, so that's still great. Okay. So you get to choose one from the list here, and I also get to choose one. So you can suffer harm or mark trouble. You can run into an obstacle you didn't expect. You can lose track of something important, or you can bring something nasty with you.
So, with my scoundrel oddity, if
Oh,
I
yeah.
choose the trouble, do I get to share it with Swash?
Yes.
Swash and I are gonna find some trouble since he came to look for me.
Heck yeah! Now we're talking. All right. So let's see. Here we go. Bill, as you are, well, tell us how you're breaking into this office.
So
you're gonna get in. That's the important thing you got to know. You are succeeding at this, but succeeding is coming at a cost.
So he's getting to the door. It's a little bit locked. So he's using his false finger as a lockpick. He kind of shimmies it in there, and then gets it nice and open, pushes it open, and then whatever's in the office is in there in the office with him. Don't know if Locust set any sort of traps or anything, or.
So as you are jimmying your way into this, I think you notice that there is, you sort of get your way into the thing, you pass through the door, and then as you look down at all of the great stuff that's in this office, you have a chance to take a look at your palms, where black spots have erupted from the centers of your palms. And as you turn towards Swash, or where you see Swash suddenly,
in the doorway,
you notice that Swash also seems to be afflicted by this pirate's curse.
So I come around to the office, I see the door open, and I grab the door handle, I step in, and just as I step in, I see Bill looking at his palms, and then looking at me, and I look down at my palm, and shit. What's this mean? What's this bullshit?
So this is a pirate's curse.
What's this bullshit?
You are compelled to steal cool things that you see.
Oh, go to town. What cool things do I see?
This is the office of God, what his name suddenly left my head. Locust.
Locust, yeah.
Locust, as we have established, has been snorting pixie dust for the better part of his adult life. As a result, he has a cage full of pixies in here. He also has a pretty broad collection of small pixie paraphernalia and goods. So like little pixie hats and little pixie wands and little pixie shoes. Just, a whole wardrobe for pixies that he has smashed over the years. But in addition to this sort of detritus of like pixie dust covered cloth, he's also got a number of very tiny magical items that are, just like bits of clothing, bows, teeny tiny swords, stuff like that. There's also just like a big chest of money,
Well, definitely gotta take some money. So this pirate's curse, is this forever? What's the deal? Tell me more, Fates.
The pirate's curse is there until you get rid of it. How do you get rid of it? That's a good question. Plot. As you are experiencing your life, you can take actions to try to get rid of it. There's not a set rule for how to get rid of it. But people you run into, heck, even Lada could probably help you with getting rid of a curse like that.
Meanwhile, what's the coolest thing I see in here?
I think the coolest thing that you see, Swash, is probably a vial of, you particularly, there is a vial of water that glows with a light blue haze. It is sitting on the desk, and it is cold to the touch.
Mine, I take it. And Bill.
Yes, Swash.
I'd like a little bit of compensation for.
Yes, of course. Here,
cover the damages to the ship. Seals
of course,
got stabbed in the head.
Well, I believe I paid that one back already, but I'll still throw in an extra. I'll throw in a little bit of extra for you. And he's gonna kind of rummage in the chests, and he'll set out a section of it for the crew.
Okay. As the two of you are hatching this deal, the three of you that are still out in the bar, the bartender is giving you guys a bit of stink eye. He's like, so, where did your friend go?
Don't worry about it.
Do I need to call the watch?
I said don't worry about it. You should
Lotta's.
stop worrying about it.
I'm kind of worried about it.
You should not worry about it.
I feel as though we're at an impasse here, friend.
Do not worry. This is fine. I'm more concerned
You're
about...
just saying the same thing he said.
No, don't worry about it anyways. Bunny, are you okay, my darling? You are not feeling some sort of way? Like some heavy spirits are upon you?
A twist is tentacling around you.
Oh,
Oh my god, can Lotta see the tentacle twists?
Oh my god.
That would be cool.
So good. Sure, yes. Lotta can see the tentacle twists. Why not?
So when you look at us and we have tentacle twists, you could tell us what you see, but
The eldritch tentacles that wrap
Yes.
around your players,
Yes.
your fellows.
whoa, boy, did we get a raid.
Hello, Jay.
welcome, Raiders.
Hello, raiders to Swashbucklers.
So we are trying to get.
That's a cool
Yeah,
That's a cool ship.
I am going to take this opportunity to make a dubious friend.
Ooh. And this is one of your
Uh,
playbook moves, yes?
No, it's a downtime move.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I'm dumb. Yes.
But it
so as
sounds
you
like
make
it would be a
dubious friend,
playbook move.
Roll polish.
I'm going to spend my tentacle twist, so I'm going to get a 12.
You're going to get a 12 on that as you do that. So who would you like your dubious friend to be? There
I
are a
think-
group of people gathered around the Yarn Belangra table. There's also the bartender here. And if you want to make up a person of whole cloth, that counts.
Welcome to the dungeon.
I was thinking
We've
the
got fun and
bartender, but you know
games.
what? I think I want to find the person who is, winning the most at Yarn Belangra. Because he's got to
There
have
is-
something up his sleeve.
I think that makes total sense. So as you look over at the Yarn Belangra table where there is this group of people who are very deeply into the game. They're cheering with each other. They're fighting each other. Like these people are all about this game. And have not paid any attention. As they are sort of gathering up one of the sort of pools of money from finishing up a round of Yarn Belangra, the person who's just won this big pot looks up at you, Bonnie, and their eyes are just white. There are no pupils, no irises, just white eyes. He looks at you and immediately cracks a big, toothy smile. His eye teeth have gems inset in them.
Oh my.
And he looks at you and he looks at your mechanical leg and then he looks back in your eyes and he says, "We're gonna be friends."
Yeah, we are.
Sit down. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Bonnie.
Fantastic name.
Thank you. Who are you?
I was wondering if you'd ask. They call me Slim.
What's up, Slim?
Oh, well, I've just won a big hand of Yarn Belangra. Isn't that right,
Yeah.
friends? And the rest of the table is like, yeah, it's okay.
Excellent. Teach me how to play.
All right, Yarn Belangra. And with that, I think we will fade the focus on you as you've made a new friend in Slim. But I'd like to direct the focus over to Lotta. What would you like to be doing while this is happening?
Lotta is wandering over to this table where these groups are playing this Yarn Belangra with Bonnie, and this man who she's speaking to, she is going up to him and she is sort of like waving her hands a bit about trying to sort of feel what she is seeing, which is this sort of incorporeal vision of a specter, if you will. And she's acting very strange, obviously, but she would also like to go ahead and cast the specter out by performing a ritual.
Ah, fantastic. All right. Let's go ahead and roll for that. That's plus Spitfire.
Okay, so I believe I have +1 to that. I have +2 to that. Just kidding. I kid. 2d6 +2 is a total of 9.
9. All right. So you get to choose one of the 3 things, and I will choose another. The ritual's effect is not quite as planned. You must sacrifice something important, or you are cursed or changed in the process. It is going to work, to be clear. Whatever you want the ritual to do, it is going to do. These are side effects. So let's start with what you want the ritual to do.
Vladislava would like the ritual to cast any dark energy out of the tavern.
Oh, okay. So you just want to like exorcise that devil or that darkness just out of the space.
Can I redact that?
Yeah.
I would like to consume the dark energy.
Ooh. Phenomenal. Yeah, so you like suck this darkness into yourself, and it probably looks pretty wild to everybody else who cannot see the darkness in the first place. But to everybody who gets to see the CG budget, you at home who get to enjoy the CG budget of this smoke monster that was wrapped around the figure of Slim, shrouding his shoulders and darkening his cast. This smoke sucks its way up into Vladislava, and Vladislava, what is that? How do you respond to that? What does that do to you?
What you see is her eyes rolling into the back of her head and her hands coming out like this, and she looks as though she has finally at last found nirvana. She is almost heaving in her breaths and sort of lets her head hang back for a moment. She just consumes this darkness and then lets her head hang forward once more and is smiling.
And that's my friend Vladislava. She's very good at interpretive dance.
Slim takes a deep breath. Maybe the first deep breath you've seen him take in the few moments you've known him.
Are you good there,
And
Slim?
he smiles even bigger. I feel better than I have in ages. Vladislava, before we move on, sorry. What is the downside? Which of those 3 do you pick?
I am taking
Okay, you are cursed or changed in the process. That is what I was going to pick as well. So I would like to know, what physical change do we see in Vladislava?
Do you see...
Do you want to take his creepy eyes?
Yes. Absolutely, I do.
Slim has gorgeous eyes, blue, just beautiful blue eyes.
Wow, your eyes are different now. Good. That's probably good, right? I bet that's good.
How could it not be? As we're wrapping up here, Eyes, what would you like to be doing as your friends are moving around the Yon Belangra table?
I would like to be performing a ritual as well.
Oh!
Yes. I would like to give the gift of life to Bill G. Rat and create an eternal flower for him on his bar.
Oh.
A plant that symbolizes our mutual working relationship and does not require much maintenance, as I assume a person of his characteristics would not be keen on such a...
That's fantastic. So did you spend the whole time like just drawing
Oh, yeah.
arcane runes on the bar? That's great.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll Spitfire.
That is a 4 total.
Oh, okay.
I think I carved a nice stick figure in there.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. This is going to leave you with a trouble, but you are going to learn something useful on the way. So I think... I think that you're carving, rather than being a stick figure, I think you carve something that becomes deeply personal to you. This symbol, which was meant to be an incantation, it was meant to be a ritual to build this beautiful flower, instead becomes sort of an extension of your soul itself. I think you are in love with this bar now. Like, this place has a piece of your soul in it.
I know exactly what the carving looks like now.
Oh, do you? Yeah, what does the carving look like?
So, as some of you may know, I have a hamster in my chest cavity that is powering me.
That's right.
And the main contraption, the main cogwheels and everything have a very specific configuration of sizing, almost like a wristwatch, how no two are quite the same. So it is almost a blueprint of my heart.
Oh. So go ahead and take the
sweet.
enamored trouble.
Enamored. I don't think I have those. Yes, I do not have regular troubles.
Oh, that's right. Your troubles are different, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just anger. Those are my troubles.
Just flavors of anger, yeah.
Yes. And I believe I had already gotten one. Yeah.
Yeah, you were already pissed. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, we will talk off camera about how to deal with that then. But I would like to swing the camera back to Bill G. Rat real quick as we are coming to a close here. Bill, as you're coming out of the office with Swash, you find this group of people sat around the table playing your favorite game. What is the sort of line that you take us out on as we end this this scene in what is now your bar, free and clear?
So Bill is going to, as he's passing by, he's going to give the bartender a little bonus just so he stops complaining. He's like, look, I own the place. Here's a little bonus. Just shush. And then he's going to go over to the Yarn Belongra table. He's going to start shuffling up. How would y'all like to make a wager? Do a little job for me. And that's where it's going to cut off.
I love it. I want to add one last gesture, which is one of the pirates around the Yarn Belongra table, who has just been cleaned out by Slim, is going to slap a pirate treasure map down on the table and say, I stake.
Ooh. All right.
I what?
I stake.
I stake. Okay. What's the name of the tavern here?
This is the Yard Arm.
The Yard
Or
Arm.
sorry, the Long Arm.
The Long Arm.
I think I've said Yard Arm the whole time, so it's going to be
The
Yard Arm.
long yard arm.
Can we put them on the map? We need to make that map. Well,
Yes,
this is the town
Hookjaw Bay
of.
should be on the map along with the Yard Arm.
This is the town of
Hookjaw Bay.
Hookjaw Bay.
All right. Well, thank you all for playing. That was an amazing
wanna
first
go out.
session. I hope you had a good time.
Swash.
Swash wanted to end us all with a quick downtime, and I think that's a great
Well, I just think
idea.
everybody, and then we don't have to roll anything. Just say what we're doing and how we spend the rest of my time in hook draw, or like what happens the next morning. What's the next morning look like for each of us?
Yeah, so we
start
can
with
go ahead
Lada.
and just go around the horn and call that a day, and then we'll do plugs. Friends at home, thank you so much for joining us. This has been a really good session, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. We're going to be back every other Thursday with more Rapscallion, a new game from Magpie Games that I hope you're all inspired to pick up and try yourselves.
Hookjaw Bay. And the long arm, yard arm.
So let's go the other way this
by
time and
Bill.
start with Eyes. Eyes, what do you want to do with your downtime?
Better yet, better question. What is the next morning like as we're all shuffling towards the boat? What was the next morning? What did the night do to you?
I think Eyes didn't fully realize what he had carved into the bar and recedes his eyes into himself to do a comparison basically of looking at his carving, then looking at his own heart cogs, and then looking at the carving, and then looking at his heart cogs. As I do not require sleep, I will consistently do that for the remainder of ever.
There you go. I think we could honestly treat this as you slowly learning how you work.
That's
Just got to
so
be some
cool.
sort of
Yeah.
existential crisis.
Hell yeah.
I have a hamster, he runs, I feed him, I live. That is my extent at the moment.
Amazing. How about Bonnie? What's the next morning look like for you?
So during the night, Bonnie has made more friends, and as you do at a bar with the drunk people you've just met, you decide to get up to some mischief. And so I think Bonnie did indeed steal the statue. With the horde of drunk pub goers.
Hell yeah.
At like 3 a.m. But the question is, I don't know if I want to bring it to the ship or if I want to bring it to the jail.
Ooh.
I think I will bring it to the jail.
Okay, you're gonna make good on your bargain.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
because I don't think we.
All
have a
right,
good
so
place to
Bonnie
live.
stole some hearts and a statue. How about Lada?
Throughout the night, Lotta has continued, I would imagine, to see strange and awful things. She relishes in this, and sort of is just like in her own little whimsical, bloody world, and has spent the morning speaking to her companion, her secret companion, that nobody else seems to be able to see, but that's fine. And is sort of just laying in bed, and I would imagine he's just sitting there talking to her. So she's just discussing all of the horrible things that she has witnessed this evening.
Are you pleased about all the horrible things you've witnessed this evening, or are you just sort of breaking it down with your companion?
Some things she is very pleased with. She now has cool looking eyes, so that's cool. And wishes for more strange and unusual things to unfold before her, and is not quite sure exactly what is happening at the moment.
Well, that makes 6 of us. How about Swash? What's your morning look like?
Swash ended up spending the night with Simon.
Okay.
And because of that, Swash has a curse. The ocean cursed me with, well, the ocean wishes me to never touch another person. But Swash's carnal desires are, a curse of their own. And because that I spent the night touching someone else, I will begin next episode hunted by the servants of the sea as they come to punish me for breaking the laws of my curse.
That's
But the butt stuff was worth it.
totally worth it.
Absolutely.
Simon
And no money changed hands, so he doesn't
Simon
feel
was
weird
a
about it.
tender lover.
I'm imagining Bonnie and her friends just coming in with the statue, noticing that, sorry, we'll be done in a second.
Oh no! Simon has a house. Simon took me back
That's
to
fair.
his not a house. He's got.
Oh, okay.
His
That's
awful.
fair.
It's a flat over the
Apartment.
butcher's, and it kind of
Yeah.
smelled like raw meat, but which wasn't actually that bad. It was actually kind of a turn.
That's canon now. Simon lives over a butcher's.
That makes me feel a whole lot more comfortable. Thank you.
Oh, but
I'm glad I
as is
didn't
my
ruin
way,
your
I will
night.
not recognize Simon again next time. I don't know.
Of course.
That seems right.
Yes. I will start next
We're,
episode hunted though.
We need a lore keeper is what we need. Bill, special guest, Bill G. Rat. How does your morning look, having acquired a tavern?
Well, Bonnie already dealt with what I was going to deal with, so I don't have to worry about that part. I think in the morning, none of the crew can find Bill, but there's one notable change to the bar. It's just a very large, like one of those desk bells. It's very loud. It's a very, very pretty, and it just says "ring for service." And if they decide to press it, then they couldn't find Bill, but he just kind of wanders out of the back.
Somehow apparates into existence.
And he refuses to elaborate.
Phenomenal. With that, let's call it a night. Thank you all once again. I know I've said thank you like 8 times already, but here we are. Let's go ahead and go around and do any plugs anybody wants to talk about for their real lives and other streaming. We'll start with you, Bill, since you're our guest. What have you got going on in the world?
Yeah, I don't really have too much to. I haven't been streaming in a while, even though Only Flaps just shouted me out. I've been doing more like illustration stuff. Check out the zine.
Yeah,
that's coming out for the Kickstarter.
That's right.
You were also on another awesome show on Saturday nights.
That is true. On Saturday, I'm also here. It's about the same time. No.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a little bit later.
Pretty much, a little bit later, but yeah, same time right now.
Yeah.
If you find yourself here at around this time, you'll only be halfway into.
Instead of a rodent on Saturdays, I'm a shark-faced McBear.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the Apocalypse Road show.
What a perfectly normal sentence that was.
How about you, Lotta?
Yeah.
Hello, it's me, Little Bones 309. Over on my side of the internet, we do a whole bunch of indie games. That's all I do over on my channel. We check out new games. We missed this past Wednesday, but every Wednesday I play a new game called Wishlist Wednesday. So check it out if you are looking for something that is not normally on your Steam front page. That's what we do. And then I play TTRPGs around the web with all my friends.
Oh yeah.
How about you, Eyes?
New season of Viva La Dungeon is coming pretty dang soon, so you better check out these last few games of this season, because then next season everything changes, because it always does. Everything changes. The art, the map, the crew.
There's gonna be so many changes. This next season
There's
is gonna be
so
a
many
fucking
guesses.
I
There's
just
so
oh my
many
god, I
changes.
came up with some new stuff last night that I'm so excited about, guys.
Look and listen to that.
It's so
many
good.
changes.
So
So
good.
you better tune in.
It was a
to
veritable
those
squeak.
last couple of non-changed Vivas to see how big of a change it really is.
Yeah.
So you've got perspective, yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. You have to know what it was to appreciate what it is.
Thank you. Absolutely.
And as a person who's been playing Viva for almost 3 years now, I can definitely tell you I appreciate where it is now
Compared to where it was.
I can say
Same.
it's
It's a work in progress, but God, is it fun working on it.
Yes.
So cool.
What about
Bonnie? How about you? Oh, go ahead.
No,
What were you gonna say?
That's okay. I was gonna
No, say
say
it.
I was just gonna put it to Ansel with TTRPG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, yeah, I've got TTRPG Pickup Con. You could right now, go to ttrpgpickupcon.com and sign up to play games next weekend. It's completely free, and we've got games in all sorts of different systems, including some D&D. We've got I'm running a dialect game that I'm homebrewing the setting for.
Oh my god, I love that game.
Oh, it's so good. We're gonna play werewolves, but like asymptomatic werewolves that have to live in the woods away from the other werewolves even.
Dude, Jelly, I don't think you've gotten a chance to play dialect yet. If you can get into that
No,
game, do it. You'll
but
love
I
it. You will love
would
it so
like
much.
to.
It's all about making
Yes.
language.
I'm in.
It's so
let me
good.
see.
Unless you've already filled it up there, Ansel.
We've got a couple spaces in, I think, the Saturday game. But yeah, loads of different games. We try to do as many indie games as possible, and so really lean into that. Of course, there's a lot of taste for D&D, so we do have some D&D offerings as well. But yeah, check it out, ttrpgpickupcon.com. We run every month, and this month, it's next week. Sign-ups are open now.
Oh, it's next week. Okay.
Yeah. You got a whole week to like figure out your shit.
Nice. Right. Anybody else?
Now, Bonnie.
Hi, I'm Jelly Gato. I am here for this, and I'm here for Prop, which happens on every other Thursday when we're not having Swashbucklers. And I'm here on Saturdays for a Pocket Bitch Roadshow. And eventually on my channel, I want to start streaming some more games now that my schedule's kind of cleared up. Maybe some crafts. I have been requested. Well, I had some decision making to do because there's new Layers of Fear coming out, and so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play Layers of Fear 1 and 2, and then we'll get into the new one. And then the new Outlast game came out today. While I was at the petting zoo petting goats, I got a notification on my phone that was like, new Outlast game, and it was really, honestly, like the best day ever. And so I think I'm going to play Outlast 1 and 2, and then go into Outlast Trials.
Nice.
And that'll be fun, because it's been a really long time since I played either of those. So thinking about maybe starting that tomorrow, like during the day, maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Wait, is Outlast the one with the video recorder, the battery
Yes.
you're losing? Oh, I love that. That first one was so good.
It's
I
so
started
good.
the
It's
second one
one of
for a
my
while. It was
top
pretty
10
good,
games.
but it was really
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, that was such a great mechanic. Battery running out of your video camera. Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah. All right, so everybody, same time every 2 weeks. Swashbuckler will be back. We're going to be back in 2 weeks with a new guest and a new story. Yes, sir.
Oh, I almost forgot. I have a live stream on Twitch on Saturday.
Oh.
Come check us out at Indecisionist Productions on Twitch right here. At 1 o'clock, we'll be running the Game Runners game for TTRPG Pickup Con. And that is, we're going to be running a Masks supplement with the designers of the game.
Hell yeah.
Not Masks, the supplement.
Yeah. Still. It's still Masks.
Still cool.
Though, right? Yeah. Masks is that superhero game, right?
Yes. Teenage superheroes.
Teenage
It forces
superheroes.
you to behave like dumb teenagers, and it's amazing.
Okay.
Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, I don't know. Teenagers aren't as dumb as you think.
That's fair. But it does force you to do the dumb things.
Yes. Okay, nice. Or allows you, I think is what I'm really hearing here.
That's fair, yes.
All right, we're going to raid into Scarlet. Thank you so much for everybody who came by. The chat is the best. Thank you for the tentacle twists. I will let you guys know that you did not summon a Kraken tonight. And, oh well, for you could have. If you got an 8 tentacle twist, you could summon a Kraken. It's fun time.
We were close.
We were close. Who knows what Slim would have turned into if you'd Krakened him out?
Who's Slim? Wait, who is Slim? The barkeep?
He's our new friend.
The guy
He's our new
who
friend.
used to have white eyes.
Oh, right. That guy. That's Slim.
Yeah.
I helped them. I fixed them. Very good.
All right, we're gonna take us out. We're gonna raid into Scarlet 64.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully make a new friend and have them come join us for some Viva at some point.
Yeah.
Thank you for the raids, Gazumba. Thank you so much for coming. Anybody who came with the Gazumba, stick around. This is the dungeon. Hit follow. I mean, it's really easy, and you
great crowd
really
today.
enjoy what you find.
Yeah.
Same with Murder Chocobros. You got to come play Viva, my friend.
Yes,
Now that you
do
joined the
it.
dungeon, you thought you were gonna get people.
You thought you were
we
going to
got
get us, but
you.
it turns out we're going to get you. But
Our-
lovingly.
All right, we're gonna leave you guys with a Viva la Swashbucklers. Viva la Swashbucklers.
Viva la
Viva
Swashbucklers.
la Swashbucklers.
Oh, he was still in there too. That's awesome.
Yeah, he is.
Good.